Well, rumors surrounding a potential upcoming Silent Hill game and a rumored Metal Gear Solid remake are beginning to heat up with recent developments. You may recall that back in February 2021, Video Games Chronicle reported the possibility that Bloober Team might be working on a new Silent Hill game. Bloober Team, for those who don't know, is the developer behind the medium, and it is rumored that Konami is finally starting to outsource their IP instead of building them in-house. And in this article, they spotlighted a specific quote by Bloober Team CEO Piotr Babieno, who said this to GamesIndustry.biz. Here's the quote. "We have been working for more than a year on another gaming project, another horror IP, and we're doing this with a very famous gaming publisher. I can't tell you who, I can't tell you what the project is, but I'm pretty sure when people realize we're working on it, they will be very excited." And the rumor is that the famous gaming publisher is Konami, and that the franchise they're working on is Silent Hill. And the medium was a horror game, so it makes sense for Bloober Team to work on another horror game and for Konami to potentially outsource Silent Hill to them for this Western Silent Hill game. Now, something else that Video Games Chronicle reported was that Konami was generally more open to outsourcing their franchises because of their recent flops. Metal Gear Survive and Contra Rogue Core were both critical and commercial failures, and so sources told Video Games Chronicle that the company has become more willing to contract outside studios for its major releases. Now, all of this is starting to pan out because Bloober Team just announced that they are partnering with Konami. Video Games Chronicle reported this today on June 30th, 2021. The article reads as follows. Konami and Bloober Team announced partnership amid Silent Hill links. The medium developer has entered a strategic cooperation agreement with the publisher. If you go to Bloober Team's website, you can actually find a PR statement where Bloober Team provided a statement talking about what a historic day this is and how happy they are to be able to work with a Konami IP, and Konami had their own statement to share. Not a whole lot of information to glean at in this particular statement. Now, on top of all of this, something that happened recently is that PlayStation recently acquired Housemarque, the developer of this franchise right here, Returnal. This was something that was announced on June 29th, 2021, which is pretty cool. Returnal was a PS5 exclusive. They did a lot of great work on that hardware, and I'm curious to see where this partnership will go and how this will enhance Housemarque's upcoming releases. Now, why am I bringing this up, and how is this related to Silent Hill? Well, PlayStation accidentally leaked something that they weren't supposed to announce, likely until later. Nibel, Twitter user Nibel, noticed that the Japanese Twitter page accidentally posted the wrong image, and the tweet reads as follows. So apparently PlayStation Japan uploaded the wrong image with their first tweet on Housemarque's acquisition, and it actually mentions a BluePoint acquisition. This is the image in question, and you can see right here that next to Returnal is Demon's Souls Remake, which was developed by BluePoint, whereas in the image that was supposed to be released with the announcement of Housemarque joining PlayStation, you can see that the Demon's Souls Remake image is nowhere to be found. So this is definitely an accident, and this was something that was not meant to happen. Nibel also tweeted, "I was able to verify this since TweetDeck still shows deleted tweets." And so while I guess it isn't 100% confirmed yet, it seems pretty clear to me that PlayStation will be acquiring BluePoint, or that the acquisition has already happened and they're just waiting for the right time to announce that. And the reason BluePoint is so relevant is because this is the studio that is rumored to be remaking Metal Gear Solid, which is something that was reported by Video Games Chronicle when talking about Bloober Team and working on Silent Hill, and how their sources have relayed that not only is this true, but also that Konami is interested in outsourcing Castlevania and Metal Gear Solid games via external companies. And so everything that's reported here is starting to pan out. We're seeing the whole Bloober Team announcement, and so it'd be hardly surprising if rumors that Metal Gear Solid is being remade turn out to be true. And now with PlayStation leaking the acquisition of BluePoint, and given the kinship of the Metal Gear Solid franchise with PlayStation, perhaps this could mean that BluePoint is, in fact, remaking Metal Gear Solid. Perhaps it is further corroboration of that potential rumor. Now, the acquisition of BluePoint would mean that if they are making the Metal Gear Solid remake, it would likely be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. The thing is, as far as Metal Gear Solid 1 specifically is concerned, That's a game that has been very exclusive to PlayStation, and it did see a PC port, that's true. And some people might argue, what about Nintendo? That got the Twin Snakes remake, but it was a remake from the ground up, and the music that they used was different. It wasn't the original music, and I don't know what's going on there, why Metal Gear Solid 1 has never come to Xbox, for example, whereas, MGS 2 and 3 through the HD collection did come to Xbox. There's just something about Metal Gear Solid 1 specifically that seems to be more exclusive. And so Metal Gear Solid 1 Remake being exclusive to PlayStation, I don't know, it just seems like it's on track with what Metal Gear Solid 1 has been. And Metal Gear Solid really was kind of kickstarted on PlayStation, and for it to return to PlayStation and for BluePoint to helm that and for PlayStation to acquire the studio that's remaking Metal Gear Solid, I don't know. It all seems to kind of align a little bit based on the whole history surrounding Metal Gear and PlayStation. And you recall that rumors began all the way back in September of 2020 when Push Square released the following article: Metal Gear Solid is getting a full remake. And this was information relayed by Red Gaming Tech, a YouTuber, which has been known to provide some accurate leaks in the past. He said that Metal Gear Solid Revival is a full remake, not just some kind of port or remaster. And then in another article, it was noted that YouTuber Moore's Law is Dead corroborated this, and this is someone who previously leaked the sequel to 2018's God of War ahead of its announcement, rumored to be called God of War Ragnarok, no official title yet, but this individual, who has a track record of accurate leaks, said in the podcast that the Demon's Souls remake developer BluePoint's next game will be the Metal Gear Solid remake. And we're hearing this from multiple sources now. When rumors start to line up like this, when sources are all basically saying the same thing, it tends to be that there's some validity to this rumor. And the most recent rumor comes from a Reset Era user, an insider allegedly, going by the name Catharsis T, responding to somebody who asked, so what's the latest info on Konami's IP being used by Sony? I recall that an insider alleged that Sony was working on a new Silent Hill game as well as a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1. Is that all we know, or is there more? For instance, do we have any information on the Metal Gear remakes games outside of MGS 1? What about Castlevania? Is Sony working on that IP as well? Catharsis T responded with this: hi, several Metal Gear Solid remakes. So maybe they're not just remaking Metal Gear Solid 1, maybe they're potentially trying to go the Resident Evil route and remake Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 as well. Hell, I would love to see a Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2 remake from the MSX days. Those, I think, are in dire need of a remake. I think that'd be really cool. And BluePoint, I think, would be perfect for this. I mean, Demon's Souls Remake was beautiful. They captured the essence of the original, enhanced certain things that didn't age well, and the graphics and the lighting and just the way they utilized the PS5's power, I thought was just really well done. And so I can only imagine what they can pull off with the Metal Gear Solid remake. These guys have been on point with the remakes. Shadow of Colossus remake by BluePoint was on point. And then when somebody else asked, have these rumors been verified by the Reset Era staff, Catharsis T responded with, you mean mine? Yep, I've been vetted for that. And then when asked who is working on the Metal Gear Solid remake, Catharsis T also corroborated for Metal Gear Solid, it's BluePoint, which is what everyone else has been saying. At this stage, I am bound to believe that there is a strong likelihood that these rumors that a Metal Gear Solid remake is being developed by BluePoint, I'm bound to believe these rumors are true, though this is still rumors and speculation territory. Obviously, still take this stuff with a grain of salt until officially confirmed. But more and more, as we get these official announcements, the stars are starting to align, and the rumors are starting to feel like they're more and more valid. And this is what Konami needs to do. It is very clear that all of their game development talent has left. The Kojima team is disassembled and no longer there. The Castlevania team is no longer there. The Silent Hill team is really no longer there. They really need to outsource this stuff and let other developers who are passionate about these IPs and can do them justice, let them do their thing, because Konami's in-house development studios clearly just don't know what they're doing anymore, or just lack the talent that was once there, as can be noted by Metal Gear Survive and Contra Rogue Corp and the recent Castlevania mobile game that got shut down, among others. Konami just can no longer make games, but they have a treasure trove of IPs. Look what happened with Castlevania when they outsourced it to a Netflix show, and that Netflix show turned out to be awesome. BluePoint, I think, again, would be perfect for the Metal Gear Solid remake. And for Silent Hill, for the one being developed by the Japanese team, a bunch of folks from the original games development team are coming back. So it looks like Konami's finally getting the picture. If you cannot make the games for those IPs, get a cut of that money by licensing them out, and also save some face by allowing these franchises to shine through developers who can do these IPs justice. So assuming these rumors are true, I am a bit more optimistic about the future of these, I feel like abandoned franchises or franchises that have been buried alive, essentially. Metal Gear is such a singularly Kojima vision that unless you find someone who really understands Kojima's way of storytelling and gameplay and his insane way of thinking, they're just not going to be able to create a sequel that will live up to what came before. So going the remakes route, taking Kojima's work and just polishing it up into the modern era, that is the correct route to take. So I hope these rumors are true. I hope whoever is helming the Metal Gear Solid remake in particular, which again is rumored to be BluePoint, I hope they nail this. And hopefully we can get excited about Metal Gear again, this franchise that I love and hold so dear to my heart. And it's been heartbreaking to see what's happened to that franchise. But, we'll see what happens, I suppose. So there you have it, folks. That's everything you need to know about the latest surrounding Metal Gear Solid Remake and the upcoming Silent Hill games and just everything going on behind the scenes with Konami IPs. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the rumors based on the information I shared here and based on my own speculation. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.